Get the latest news and keep up to date with information about SOBA America on SOBA America TV.
Welcome once more to SOBA America TV Network broadcast. In this month's edition, news updates will cover worthy matters arising in SOBA America. The feature presentation will take a look at the summer activities of our sister alumni associations. Our Community Our World last month focused on the challenges that parents face when they visit their children in USA and Canada. As you know, our family is growing bigger and bigger and bigger. As a result, it is inevitable that we shall lose loved ones from time to time. In this edition of Our Community, Our World, we shall focus on the role of Sash in SOBA America. A message from the President will round up our broadcast for this month. Ladies and gentlemen, sit back, relax, and let's enjoy SOBA America TV.
Live as if you will die tomorrow. Learn as if you will live forever. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. An eye for an eye only end up making the world blind. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi. Great quotes from a great soul. And I can go on and on and on. His life was dedicated to the ideals of love, truth, and nonviolence. SOBA America TV Network joins the rest of the world this month as it continues to celebrate nonviolence as a means of building a consensus in finding a common ground in our always existing differences. It is autumn here in the United States and Canada. This is SOBA America TV Network October 2019 broadcast. I am your anchor, Emmanuel Takusi, and this is our news update. Over the years, SOBA America has been faced with great challenges in managing the association effectively and efficiently. Neon CRM is a cloud-based non-profit software suite with built-in tools to help support all the great works that non-profit organizations do. Regardless of the size of the association, Neon CRM helps the management engage with donors, manage new membership, track volunteers, plan events, and many other services. Last month, SOBA America partnered with Neon CRM, as well as Amazon Smile. Our correspondent, Pascal Babbitt, has more. Pascal?
Emmanuel, this administration continues its course to transform SOBA America into a well-oiled machine. I checked with the administration and I have two major updates. SOBA America has implemented a special membership management platform to help streamline and manage SOBA America's growing membership as well as donors. The 40th administration has partnered with Neon CRM, a leader in the non-profit industry for membership, donor and event management. Neon CRM is a cloud-based non-profit software used by a company, Neon. The company provides tools needed by non-profit organizations to help them engage and manage large volumes of members. The company helps with the management of memberships, engagement of donors, planning of events, tracking volunteers, and much more complex tasks associated with running organizations with large volumes of members. This partnership will help improve SOBA America's day-to-day management of growing membership. With this new initiative, SOBA America will be able to track and pinpoint donors and member partners for many years to come. It gives the organization real factual data for better decision-making purposes. For example, SOBA America will be able to comprehensively identify all donations or activities a member has made in his lifetime to SOBA America. Emmanuel, response with Amazon Smiles has been slow. This is a very new program and the administration is expecting it to pick up steam. However, I touched bases with the administration and they are encouraging every SOBA to make Sash Alumni Association their charity of choice when shopping on Amazon Smiles. The administration is equally encouraging every SOBA to make Sash Alumni Association their charity of choice again when shopping on Amazon Smiles. With time, we believe the program is going to pick up steam and is going to be for the greater good for SOBA America. Reporting for SOBA America TV, I'm Pascal Babit Sama. Thank you for watching.
On the 6th and 7th of September 2019, SOBAns gathered in their numbers in Atlanta, Georgia, to bid the final farewell to SOBAN 4823 Nkwele Paul Metuge. SOBAN Metuge was a member of the 1990 class. He passed July 26 after a protracted illness. It was an emotionally charged weekend as friends and family paid their last tribute to our fallen brother. This is Mafani Toy.
Well, Emmanuel, it has been a difficult past few months for SOBA America, and yet, once again, the cold hands of death has struck us to our very core with the passing of SOBAN Paul Nkwele Metuge, a member of the 1990 class. A young man, still in his prime, full of vigor and life, loved by all and a role model to many, passed away on July 26, 2020. His sudden departure sent shockwaves throughout the entire Cameroonian community and SOBAN world in particular. SOBAN Nkwele Metuge is behind his fiancée, Meredith, his twin brother, SOBAN Sone, his mother, a bona fide Sobanese, Mama Metuge, and a host of other friends and family to mourn him. On Friday, the 6th of September, family, friends, and SOBAns gathered at the Monte Carlo Ballroom in their numbers to celebrate the life of SOBAN Paul Nkwele Metuge. The hall was full to capacity. This is testament of how loved Nkwele was and will be missed. As the night progressed, different groups, family members, and friends took turns eulogizing SOBAN Nkwele Metuge.
In short, he was so multi-talented. I so regret that I never picked them up early, because I'm sure he would have done.
His mom, Mami Metuge, twin brother Sone, his fiancée Meredith, SOBAN BA boat of the 1990 class, SOBA Georgia President Victor Tate, and SOBA America's President Dr. Bertrand Forte led the path with priceless memories of our fallen brother. Sekarans were also represented strongly in support of Mami Metuge, who happens to be a Sekaran. K-Towners Association of Atlanta was also strongly represented and led by President Scott Nyambi. President Forte, after some words of comfort to the family, invited Mami Metuge, SOBAN Nkwele's late twin brother, Sone Metuge, and all SOBANs to join him on stage to say goodbye to SOBAN Way.
SOBAN number 4823, member of SOBAN 1990 and SOBA Georgia. to show that even though he may be gone, his memory lives with us forever. And he will forever be in our hearts. He will forever be with us.
He presented the family with the SOBA America plaque honoring Kwele, SOBA 4823 of SOBA, Georgia. Members of the class of 1990 also presented an envelope to the family. And on behalf of SOBA America, President Forte presented the family with a check of $10,000 to assist them with the cost of the funeral.
Wipe the tears to show that as a family, we come together. As a brotherhood, we are brothers keeper. And at times like this, we want to show our support for you and family. And so, on behalf of SOBA America, I'm presenting you this check for $10,000.
Mami Metuge, a bona fide Sobanese, expressed her gratitude on behalf of the family and led Sobans in singing of our school anthem and fight song.
Thank you so much. So that I have words to express my gratitude. Not even for the money, but the fact that you have made it here. I'm so grateful. Thank you. Saint Joseph, everybody. Guide us, we are saved forever, may we guide us. From the storms and tempest, He will guide us in the hollow of His hand.
On Saturday morning, family, friends, members of the community and Sobans came out in their numbers at St. John Vianney Catholic Church for the funeral service. In keeping with SOBA America's final goodbye protocol, the casket was draped with a SOBA America flag, and pallbearers and Sobans dressed in their official attire to honor their fallen brother and say goodbye one last time. Father Apia led the proceedings in church with a memorable sermon which periodically put smiles on the faces of mourners. President Forte eulogized our fallen brother and to the amazement of worshippers sang a special number as he played the piano. After the service, Sobans lined both sides of the aisle as their brother's casket passed between them. This honor, guard, and last respect was also replicated outside as the hearse passed between Sobas singing their fight song. After a 30-minute drive, the over 150-car convoy made it to Southern Crematory at Marietta, where in an emotional ceremony, Kwele was finally laid to rest in front of family and friends. After the burial, family, guests, and friends headed for the repast at Bethel Banquet Hall. President Emeritus Larry Ekane spoke on behalf of the family and thanked guests for their massive show of support and for traveling from all over the world to stand with them during this difficult moment. This was followed by presentations by Exeter, Georgia, the Bakosi Group, the Oroko Group, Friends of Kwele, Kumba Groups, and finally by the President of SOBA America, who crowned it with a song and special message to Mami Metuge and Sone Metuge.
You'll find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Thank you.
President Forte, in his song and message during the repast, assured Mama Metuge that while she might have lost a son in Kwele, she still has 600 other sons who are members of SOBA America to be with her throughout this journey. In keeping with the core tenet of Sobanism, President Forte further assured her that Sobans will not be with her only today or tomorrow, but will be with her forever. While our brother Sobankwele might have left us, as Sobans, he will live in our memories and hearts forever. As I sign off, I am confident that our brother has left to prepare a better place for all of us in heaven. We will meet again, brother. Reporting for SOBA America TV from Atlanta, Georgia, Mafani Itwe.
Thank you, Mafani. Also, on that same day, please don't go away. We have a breaking news from Dallas, Texas. We will be back with our news update. Over to you, Dallas.
Yes, Emmanuel, we are here live in Dallas, the opaque city of Texas. I am happy to report that the president of SOBA America, Bertrand Forte, in consultation with the Dallas co-chair of the 2020 convention at the local chapter, just signed a deal making the Dallas Addison Marriott Quorum by the Galleria our official SOBA America 30th anniversary national convention. Centrally located in the heart of Addison and conveniently situated near DFW and Dallas Airport, it is the best Marriott hotel in Addison, Texas, 5 miles from the Galleria Dallas shopping mall and with walking distance from premier restaurants in the area.
Thank you, Edwin. Thank you. On the same weekend of the Metuge funeral in Atlanta, Georgia, Sobans gathered here in Silver Spring, Maryland to pay their final respect to Soban 2432 Peter Dibonge. Soban Dibonge was a member of the 1974 class. He passed August 13th after a brief illness. Here is Fidelis Nkeze. Fidelis?
Yes, indeed, Emmanuel. The SOBA community has once again been struck by the cold hands of death. And this time around, it's coming from our DMV chapter, following the passing of senior Soban Peter Dibonge of the 1974 class. Peter passed away on August 13th, 2019, following a protracted illness. From Phoenix, Arizona for SOBA America Network, this is Fidelis Chibili Nkeze.
For Africa to be relevant on the world stage, its people has to take full control of its destiny. Amongst most of the world's poorest nations, armed conflict continues not only to destroy entire communities, but the hopes and ambitions of a whole generation of children. On a special assignment for SOBA America TV Network, Janice Njia has this special report from Calabar and Lagos, Nigeria.
Thank you very much, Emmanuel. It is a sad reality that most African countries, despite decades of having received their independence from their colonial masters, are still faced with various forms of civil unrest. We have crises ranging from religious to ethnic to political in nature, affecting thousands and thousands of civilians in the affected countries. Most of these crises have led to the deaths of thousands of people and the displacement of millions of others. Cameroon, formerly known to be one of the most stable countries in Africa, is presently living a nightmare with the ongoing conflict that have been termed by the international community the silent war in Africa. This conflict have led to a severe refugee crisis in the country. As it is with almost all of such crises, women and children are the most affected. However, one of the most affected sectors is the educational sector, as over 74 schools have been shut down for close to 4 years, with over 600,000 students presently out of school. Schools like Sash College, Seka Baptist College, PSS Mancom, CPC Bali, just to mention a few, have also been badly affected. This crisis has also led to a very severe humanitarian need crisis among the refugees living in the designated refugee camps in the hosting countries. Despite the enormous contributions of many international humanitarian agencies, there's still a great need for humanitarian care. Dunamis Life Chapel is one of those Christian communities, a church in the US, presently preparing for their outreach that will take place in December in Calabar among the refugees.
In this, we have one main thing. People are suffering, people need help. This is a church. We have people who come to church here who have all type of political aspirations. But we are here to teach the Word of God and to do what the Word of God calls us to do. You find people who are hungry, you need to give them food. You find people who are thirsty, you give them water to drink. They are naked, you give them food to eat. And by so doing, we are accomplishing the Word of God. And I want to call everybody to be part of this work we're doing, especially those who are in ministry, ministers of the gospel, and wherever you come from. And thank you so much again, SOBA America. The Lord bless you richly.
Thank you. As you can see, the word of the pastor, people are suffering and people need help. Reporting for SOBA America TV network, this is Emmanuel Chakusi. Over to you, Janice.
We want to use the opportunity to call to other Cameroonians in the diaspora to see how they can bring their own little contribution to meet some of these humanitarian needs. We are very grateful for Christian communities like Dunamis Life Chapel for their effort, even as we call on to others to join. We also want to use the opportunity to call to every peace-loving Cameroonian to pray for a return of peace in our beloved country. Emmanuel, over to you.
Coming up next, our community, our world, with Tony Ngwabo from Los Angeles.
Welcome to another edition of our community, our world. I'm your host, Tony Mbwabo. This month, we're going to be talking about one way to lessen the financial burden of losing a loved one in the Cameroonian community. A few days ago, I had the opportunity to sit down with Dr. Kevin Jabo and talk about an initiative called Sash that's doing exactly that.
So Kevin, thank you so much for doing this. Let's get right into it. What is Sash?
Thank you for giving us this opportunity to talk about Sash. Sash, or Solidarité Agissante, is a platform that was formed by Cameroonians in the East Coast. They were trying to lessen the burdens of people of Cameroonian descent who happened to die in the US when they moved here, and they want to be buried back in Cameroon and now in continental USA. The whole idea is to lessen the burdens of the loved ones we leave behind, because it's a reality for everybody, because we are all going to die.
Yeah.
But how do we make sure the ones we leave behind, we don't want to overburden them when we happen to leave the earth?
So a lot of people, a little bit of help, that can help everyone.
Yes, I think we always know that we say in our local parlance that so many hands will tie the bundle. So
That's right.
It's easier to do that. So when we all put our heads together, we really come together to lessen the burden. So the objective of Sash is to get 15,000 members of Cameroonian descent registered through the platform, such that in the case of a death, it's going to just cost us $1 per person.
So Kevin, you are the SOBA delegate for Sash. How long has SOBA been a part of Sash, and how many members do we have there right now?
SOBA America has been part of SAGE for over 5 years now. And currently we have over 90 members who are active as part of the SAGE platform. And we still have about 20 members on the waiting list, because once you apply to become a member of SAGE, there's a 3-month waiting list. So we have about 20 members on the waiting list now in SOBA America who have applied to become members of SAGE.
Well, that's great. I mean, it sounds like a great idea. So how do other SOBAns join, and how do they get their extended families to become a part of SAGE?
Before you want to join SAGE, because to become a member of SAGE, you must belong to an association.
Okay.
So SOBANs who are active members of SOBA America, because we need to verify with the president of SOBA America that you are active before you can be able to join SAGE. So if you're an active member of SOBA America, you can easily join SAGE. You just need to send us your name and your month and day of birth. So the interesting thing about SAGE is SAGE will never go back to ask for your papers or how legal you are in the US or not. What we just need is just your name that matches any official documents, mostly your passport, and then you send us your day and your month of birth, then you become a member through SOBA America. And the advantage of being an active SOBAN member of SAGE is you could also bring in your family, your extended family members. You can bring in your father, you can bring your mother, you can bring your brothers and sisters, you can bring in your kids, just your extended family. Insofar as they fall as you as an active member of SOBA America, you can bring in your family members to be members of SAGE through SOBA America platform.
And you're just providing the same information you provide for yourself. So your name.
Yes, your name that matches the official documentation.
That's correct.
No abbreviations. Your month and day of birth. So you send that to us, and then we're going to send that to SAGE. So within 3 months after the application is put in, then your membership will become active.
Sounds good. So I joined SAGE. Let's say I joined SAGE. What responsibilities do I have? Do we have monthly dues? Are they yearly dues? What's the financial commitment? What do I have to do to make sure I stay active? How do I keep in touch with them?
Okay, the first thing we need to understand is SAGE hasn't really got monthly contributions, because people contribute in case of a death. But because the membership base is so large, SAGE now has active staff in its payroll. So SAGE has now installed since 2011 $1 per member a month. So which means at the beginning of every year, each member of SAGE donates $12 to SAGE that goes into pay for the services.
So operational cost.
Operational cost. But under SOBA America, because SAGE can only charge the association in case of a death, and SAGE needs to raise $15,000 within a week from all its active members. So we cannot go around asking all the members to be donating $1.80 every time there's a death.
Yeah.
So what we do with SOBA America is, if you become an active member of SAGE, SOBA America will require that you deposit $80 with this treasurer of SOBA America, and that goes towards your SAGE account. So in case of any death, when SAGE needs a deduction, SOBA America will just deduct from your $80, and at the end of the year, we're going to tell you your balance. So we just want to make sure every SOBAN who becomes an active member of SAGE makes a deposit of $80 through SOBA America, and that is kept in our coffers. And so that is from that money that we're going to use to pay any of the services that SAGE needs from SOBA America.
That's brilliant. So $80 covers your financial responsibility for the year.
Yes, it does.
Are there any initial charges when you join, or just the $80?
Just the $80 that you donate to SOBA America. Because now, because once you become a member of SAGE, you have a matriculation number. And that for you to get a matriculation number, SAGE will charge you $20 to get that matriculation number. And so the $20 is taken from the $80 which you deposit to SOBA America.
Okay.
And that's the one-time payment. And so the matriculation number follows you, even if you want to become a SAGE member and you're no more active in SOBA America, and you go to another association and you say want to join SAGE through that association, that matriculation number follows you. So which means since you've already paid, so what SOBA America is going to do is just transfer your membership to the other association, so you don't have to be levied that fee anymore. So it's a standard one-time payment that keeps you active. But remember, if you had been a member of SAGE before and you leave, in order to get back, there is a penalty you need to pay. So, and there's a $300 penalty because SAGE is trying to be very careful. We don't want people take advantage of the
That's true.
association.
There's always people who try to take
people always try.
advantage.
So that's why there's always a penalty, and that penalty and what you owe your from association. So if you're an active member of SOBA America and you join Sash through SOBA America, you just want to be active. If you want to sneak back and then come back some later in through another association, you have to pay that penalty.
I see. Well, thank you so much for giving us your time. I appreciate you giving us time to answer these questions for us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Huge thanks to Dr. Kevin Jabba for taking the time to sit down with us and shed some light on the impactful and important work Sashi has been doing in our community. I'm your host, Tony Mbwago. Please tune in for another edition of Our Community, Our World.
The Swahili say, do not throw away your copper for the sake of gold's glitter. Unfortunately, no one listens to Africans, and that's how Sebastian and I took advantage of people, especially those driven by greed and the urge for quick money. You know who we are. They call us internet scammers, Yahoo Boys, 419, Con Man. For me, a con is as simple as making someone believe you want to help them, when in reality you're only helping yourself, like stopping to let someone go ahead so you can check out the view. Yes, sometimes you do it for the view. Sometimes con men just do it because they can. Back then we did it to survive. I know, doesn't make it right. The good news is, things are different today. Maybe we got older and wiser. Maybe we are looking for redemption. But today, we call ourselves con men with a conscience. And that, my friend, is a good thing.
How fun.
How'd you get in here?
Buenos dias to you too, Sebastian.
I'm sorry, man. Crazy day. So how's Kathy?
She's out of town. Since when did you start asking me about Kathy?
I mean, you're my boy, she's your woman.
Okay. So what's up?
You know, shitty office and I hate being a lawyer.
It's just a job, Seb. The problem is you think you can save the world.
Lawyers help people.
You know the difference between a mosquito and a lawyer, right? One is a blood-sucking parasite. The other is an insect.
Speaking of parasites, meet Damian Miller, former football player. NFL, not EPL. And football, not soccer. He could be a potential target.
Since when did you start finding targets?
He's perfect. Trust me.
I can't. You're a lawyer.
Dude, would you just stop with the lawyer jokes?
I only had one. The rest are true stories.
So, our firm represents Mr. Miller, and we just got him off on a technicality.
And what did he do?
Well, according to the indictment, he collected nearly $500,000 in donations earmarked for a charity that he ran, the Third Wheel Foundation. And prosecutors alleged that despite assurances from Mr. Miller that 100% of the funds would be used to help families and children in need in Africa, Mr. Miller still diverted the money for his personal expenses.
And you guys helped him go free?
No, the legal system did. And then I heard him brag about the money and how what he did was so easy, even an African can do it. C'est absolument important qu'on retourne cet argent au vrai propriétaire.
Ain't no French until the Anglophone problem is solved back home.
Are you serious?
What else do we know about Damian Miller?
We should scope out his house. How about tonight at 7?
Yeah, I can do that. I told Isabella I'll stop by to see the girls, but I should be back by then.
You guys good now?
Isabel, my sister, with her husband Jack and their kids. Family. It's complicated.
Hey, hey, Vanessa. Wow, you guys are getting big.
Girls, go finish your food.
Okay, Mommy. Bye, Uncle Tita.
Bye, sweetheart. You're getting big. Vanessa.
She's doing well.
Is Jack home?
Still at work. Still at the dealership?
I'm still there. Every day. Yeah, I have to go.
What happened to us?
What happened to you?
I have a family now. Doesn't mean we should stop talking.
We're talking right now.
You know what I meant.
Nothing happened. We're family. My love to the girls.
When I lay down and dream, sometimes I see monsters, or sometimes I fly wherever I want to. But when I wake up with my feet tied,
Hey, mon ami, l'autre gars, il a mon ticket, mais j'ai besoin de ma voiture immédiatement, ok? C'est la grise, là, fais vite.
What?
Je dis que j'ai besoin de ma voiture. C'est la grise, où est-ce qu'elle est?
Hey, I'm sorry, I don't understand what you're saying.
Mais ce mec-là, il me raconte quoi? J'ai besoin de ma voiture! D'accord? Je suis désolé, monsieur. I know what car it is, I can get it.
Wait, who are you?
Oh, I speak French, so they got me to help with monsieur Ray. Hey, je n'ai rien à foutre avec toi, d'accord? Donne-lui les clés immédiatement. He wants you to help him. Go, 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 go.
Sometimes I see monsters, or sometimes I fly, go wherever I want to. When I wake up with my feet tied in chains, I must still be safe. That's all in my head, American dream.
Hello. Keys are in the car, man.
Sometimes I see monsters, or sometimes I fly, go wherever I want to. But when I wake up with my feet tied in chains, I must still be safe. And pray it's all in my head, American dream.
Tip numero uno. Showing up at the same place at the same time every day makes you predictable. And tip number 2, putting your home address as home in your car's GPS tells everyone where you live.
feet tied in chains. I must still be sleeping. It's all in my head. American dream.
Welcome to this month's feature presentation of SOBA America TV. I am your host, Njuka Ngasong. Last month, we had an in-depth look into the SOBA America National Convention in Baltimore, Maryland, 2019. This month, we'll focus on our sister alumni associations and the summer activities for the year 2019. Ex-students of Our Lady of Lourdes gathered in Boston, Massachusetts, and Lincoln Heights, Maryland, on June 14th and June 20th, respectively, for the national conventions of the two associations, Lourdes Alumni and Lesser USA. Both events were heavily attended. Lesser USA Inc. followed their boat ride on Friday with a youth symposium for their kids. This was consistent with the theme of their convention. Friday was also time for some sisters to sister bonding as they mingled with each other to catch up on old times. The highlight of the evening was the much anticipated cultural night. Different chapters showcased their talents in the talent competition. The lessons were back at it early Saturday morning with their annual 5K run. The 5K run is a major fundraising activity for Lesser USA INC. Like the learned back at Our Lady of Lourdes Secondary School, the day starts with Mass. Mass was heavily attended. After a march past according to chapters, it was time for the General Assembly. Lesser USA focused on empowerment of the girl child, with the main themes being Think Equal, Build Smart, and Innovate Change. Members left the BWI Hilton Hotel at Lincoln Heights pumped up about the upcoming year and looking forward to their 2020 convention. On the other hand, Lourdes alumni members brought down the house at their convention gala in Boston, Massachusetts. Their 2020 convention locations are still yet to be announced. In a similar fashion, the Ex-Sacred Students Association in USA, EXA, gathered in Houston, Texas from August 1st to August 5th, 2019 for their 18th annual convention. In a heavily attended convention, EXANs focused on the theme Honoring the Past, Celebrating the Present, and Shaping the Future. The weekend was highlighted by a boat ride on Friday morning. Their children also had a chance to visit NASA. On Saturday, the day started with a spiritual emphasis and roll call. Classes and chapters gathered in their uniforms to answer present. After the roll call, it was time for the annual Generation Assembly to begin its earnest. The AGM started with a personal and professional development section, during which invited speakers Sunday to worship famous Pastor Joel Austin, Lakewood Church. Although the locations for the 2020 convention is still yet to be announced, plans are already underway to make this event a very historic event. SOBA America TV caught up with the Public Relations Officer, Dr. Helen Array.
When we convene at our conventions, we celebrate with each other, but also we work together, we brainstorm on how we can fulfill our mission and our vision. And to simply put it, our goal is to empower the girl child. We'd like to give them the tools that they need to reach their full potential. And not only do we empower the girl child, we also empower the boy child.
The Presbyterian Secondary School Mankan Ex-Students Association, PEMEXA USA, held their convention from July 18 to 21 in the DMV area. Organizing Secretary Sharon Summer reflects on the convention.
And our theme for that convention was PEMEXA for PEMEXans. And some of the highlights that we had at this organization was the fact that we were going through a transitional phase with our organization where we're trying to rebuild and restructure the organization. So it was great to see such a great turnout, and we had such a great diverse group of people in terms of age groups. We were represented, the classes were represented anywhere from like class of 1985 all the way to 2004. So that was really great to see such a great turnout and a diverse group of people.
The weekend was highlighted at a highly engaging General Assembly, during which participants worked hard to find ways to restructure the organization. SOBA America TV met up with President Sahih Fongwe, who shared the association's focus for next year.
Our focus is to provide for those who are not able to provide for themselves. One of our goals for this year is to foster some committees that will help our organization move forward and make our organization stronger.
Our very own brothers, the Bali Old Boys Association, BOBA, also had a very busy and fantastic year of 2019. In July of 2019, the Bobans across the USA and Canada gathered in H-Town, the capital of the Sunset, on the Sunbelt, Texas, for the annual convention. Present at this convention was a distinguished guest in the capacity of Mr. Njita Wilson, current principal of CPC Bali. As Bobans enjoyed camaraderie across class lines, the theme of the convention was people, purpose, and passion. Pathway to a new Boba, with a keen focus on the digitalization and cyber connectivity of CPC Bali, and also an agenda to build and promote STEM education amongst the young lives. BOBA USA President Dr. Freddie Titawa gave SOBA America TV Network an insight into this project.
One of the great initiatives that we have been working on for the past couple of years is raising funds to connect internet to CPC Bali, and also to digitalize document in CPC Bali, meaning all those paper trace. We want to get every stuff in digital format, and also to build and promote STEM in CPC Bali. And when I talk about STEM, I'm talking about science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And that will definitely help to unlock the potentials in the young Bobans, of course, young Cameroonians. So we'll see, we are trying to raise funds to see how we can promote this technology and also give that platform where some Bobans internationally can also help support the teachers in this domain, and also provide maybe lectures through remotely. And I think another question that Sobans want us to answer was the theme of our last year convention. The theme of our last year convention was people, purpose, passion, the pathway to a new Boban. So sometime I think we as Bobans, we just wanted to add that great impetus to see how we can work together, network, and support each other. And our next convention will be in OKC, that is in Oklahoma City. And as the national president, I'll be so delighted, and I look forward to meet all Bobans here in the United States, and of course in Canada. And of course, friends and Bobans, you are always welcome, and associate Bobans to come and support us. In conclusion, I want to thank Sobans or SOBA TV again for this opportunity, and thanks for having me. My name again is Dr. Freddy Titangwa. I am the BOBA USA National President.
Of course, we cannot conclude this segment without reporting on our neighboring brother college and association, Bishop Rogan College Students Association, Bureau Collection USA. The annual convention for 2019 was organized in Chicago, Illinois. Bureau Collection's president, Mr. Chikere Algebra, discussed the focus of this year's convention with SOBA America TV.
And the focus of the convention this year was to foster the relationship between the organization and the Bishop Rogan College, to make that bridge even solid, or more solid if you want, so that ideas that would grow from here will not only grow the organization, but in turn will bring about flourishing of the college itself.
Throughout the 3-day convention of camaraderie, prayer, laughter, and entertainment, Bureau Collections emphasized on the need of giving back to the students and teachers of Bishop Rogan College in Cameroon, and the need for the Association of the USA to establish strong ties with the school in Cameroon. Their 2020 convention will take place in Buffalo, New York, and will coincide with the ordination of one of their members into priesthood. As you can see, the summer of 2019 will go down in the books as one of the busiest summers for alumni associations across the US. From Bourbons to Lessons to Chessons to Sacred Rest to Opsons and other sister alumni associations who closed the curtains of summer activities for 2019. The Cameroonian community looks forward to an even busier 2020. This is our broadcast for this month. Please come back and join us next month for another future presentation of SOBA America TV.
My fellow servants, greetings. On behalf of the National Leadership Team, I'd like to thank those of you who were able to take part in our first Presidential Town Hall on September 21st. We had a very good discussion about SOBA America, and I really appreciate it. Our NLT has been directed to start taking action on some of the items that were discussed. I'd also like to take this opportunity to remind each and every one of you, if you have not yet renewed your membership, to please do so. There are 4 simple ways you can do that. You can renew your membership through your chapter leadership. You can go online at our website, www.sobaamerica.org. You can pay via Cash App to SOBA America Finance, or via PayPal to treasurer@sobaamerica.org. It is important that you renew your membership now so you can take advantage of all the wonderful things that we're doing in SOBA America, so you can be part of the family. I also want to encourage you to get engaged if you're not doing so yet. There's a lot that we're doing. We want to build an all-inclusive SOBA America. Take advantage of the opportunities that we have, such as our SOBA America white pages. I'd like for you to consider contributing to SOBA America TV in your areas of expertise. Fellow servants, there's a lot we can do together. We are on our way, but there's still a lot to be done. I also want to remind you all of our upcoming mini convention, which will be in Phoenix, Arizona, November 15th to 17th. It will be another opportunity for us to have a conversation about SOBA America. I hope all of you can make it. I thank you for listening. May God bless you.
Get the latest news and keep up to date with information about SOBA America on SOBA America TV.
Folks, that's all we had for you in this broadcast. We hope you enjoyed watching SOBA America TV. Like us on Facebook and search us on YouTube. Be sure to drop a comment. We would like to hear from you. You can also advertise your business or your product by calling the number on your screen. Until next month's edition, I say goodbye on behalf of the SOBA America TV network crew.
Mm-hmm.